Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to the interior tutorial on this large medieval townhouse that we recently built. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So on the inside, I started off by putting in this sort of kind of vision blocker type wall, just to steer from people's vision so they can't see all the way around the room. If I could, I would have put a whole wall in probably, just to make it so this kitchen is a separate room. But I couldn't do that since I decided to put in this open ceiling style thing to allow for that chandelier. But if you don't want to have the chandelier, maybe you want to add some more rooms up here, which I think might also look just as good. Just don't do any of this that I tell you about right here with the hole. Just fill in this whole floor and leave it there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this. So to start off, I just went to the edge of this wall right here and placed this stair facing the wall, and then a 2 tall oak wood pillar, and then kind of did this little design with stairs all the way around and on the top half slabs. And then to kind of make it so you couldn't see through those holes, I just put in flower pots with flowers and different variants of the plants inside those, and it definitely added to like the color of the build and whatnot. And then if we move right over here, I put in this little, I think it's the darkest wood you can go, but I just flipped the stair upside down, placed a candle on it for a little bit of light. And if you want the candles on this texture pack, it's not going to be the torch, it's actually going to be the redstone torch. And they don't put off as much light, which is kind of cool because it definitely makes the build a little bit more gloomy and dark looking. And unlike the torches, as you can see, this room is the whole room is kind of dark and whatnot. But then if I place this torch right here, it just illuminates the whole thing, and probably a bit too much for my liking. But yeah, back to this left side, I did stairs one away from the wall, and then just went all the way up to that next level. And next to that, I put this rug, and instead of doing just the standard big square, I tried to make it a little different and do kind of a diagonal type thing. And then to the right of that, I put in this sort of chimney type fireplace thing, and to do that, I just did a stair facing up, then a stair upside down on top of that, and then a stair facing this way. Same for this side. So stair facing up, and then upside down one, and then right here is one facing up. And then to make this, it almost looks like fire, but it's better than a, let me show you real quick. So, where's the glowstone? Here's glowstone, and then here's the jack-o'-lantern that I used. So as you can see right there, you can definitely tell that that's glowstone, and it doesn't look as good. But the only reason I didn't do actual fire is because I don't think this build is fireproof, and I'm definitely not trying to ruin it since it is one of the biggest builds I've done. But yeah, if you place a jack-o'-lantern in there, it actually looks like maybe it's the embers that are left over, or even kind of the flame. Maybe if you did that, it's almost like the flame's coming up. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I've never seen anyone else do that before, so hopefully it's a new idea that I just made. But yeah, and then to the left of that, I put in this couch. So that's just one away from the door, and then it's right there. And then here's the carpet. If you are using the Conquest texture pack, you can just have that light gray carpet, and it creates this kind of, maybe it's like a wolf pelt carpet. So that's kind of cool. It definitely adds to like a warm feeling, yeah, type of thing. And then for this, for like the sides of the couch, I put just some item frames right there. And then if we go back from that all the way back to this wall, I added a kitchen, and there's a lot of things going on here. So first, it's just this red rug that definitely makes it look more like a kitchen with that red color. And then starting on the right side, I just did a full brick block on the bottom, then skipped one, then did a full brick block on top, then put a stair right there, and then the furnace in the middle of all of it. And then for like cutting board, or maybe you slide sort of the pan or whatever is in the oven out on that to cool down a bit, I just did a fence and then a stone pressure plate. And then left of that, I did 2 full blocks of this birch wood. And then to make cupboards, all you have to do is delete that item frame. Let's see if I can grab one. Oh dang it, it didn't work. But yeah, all you have to do is grab the item frames, place that down, and then for the handle, I just use the stone slabs. I'm sure there's probably something else that might look a bit better, but this is what I use for now. And then you just move it around until you get the right spot, and then it looks like cupboards that you can actually open and close. And then on top of this one, just a little cutting board, and above that, if you're using this texture pack, I'm sure there's others that have it too, you can just place a picture down and get that knife painting, so that's kind of cool. And then on this very top spot, I just did half slabs of brick and then laid down this picture that has all the pots and pans, which is kind of cool because it actually hangs over, which definitely adds to the look and feel. And yeah, that just definitely looks like a kitchen, more than if you didn't have the knives or pots and pans. And then right in here is a little pantry, and I made sure to made this right next to the kitchen, so it makes kind of sense. And starting off right here, and on the floor I just did some wheat and stuff, and then one block facing up in the corner, but the rest is just like kind of maybe some, what is it called? I think I forgot about this last build too when we did the bakery. Oh, it's flour, that's right. Just the flour spilled all over the floor. And then on top of this crafting table, I put a candle, and then left of that, I used a picture, and that created these little papers and stuff. Maybe it's like a recipe or something. And then right here, just I don't know, what would you call that? Blueprint for a pickaxe, maybe? Don't know why it's in the pantry, but it kind of adds to like the messy feel with papers flying around. And then we've got this chest right here. Maybe it's a storage spot, and then some mushrooms and ingredients in that little pot right there. And then on top, I did this little fence type thing to make it look like a rack on top. And then I put in some knives and more pots and pans. And yeah, that is it for the downstairs. There's also this door over here, so make sure you have that in. It's kind of like a back exit. That would be cool if this was like a huge cliff that went down, and then maybe you had like some fences down here that you could look over at the cliff. Sadly, we just have this plain hill. But yeah, now we'll move up to the second floor. There's actually 3 floors in this build, but let's go up to the second floor. So starting off right here, I did 3 blocks of the bookshelf going straight up, then only did a single one on the bottom right there, and then 3 blocks going up on the left side. And in the middle, since there was that window right there, I thought it would allow some nice light, maybe during the daytime, and it would kind of make sense if this plant was here because it'd be able to grow pretty good. And then right here is like a little reading chair type thing with a table right there, so you could just sit down and grab whatever book you like and then read yourself a nice story. And back here to add some more greenery to the build. Yeah, so speaking of greenery, I really thought this build needed a bunch just because it is a highly wealthy style build, so they'd be able to afford nice plants and decoratives instead of just buying the necessities. So I put this here, little candle there to add some light, because as you can see without it, even though it is daytime outside, it doesn't add or let much light in. So I figured the candle's got to be there. And then I just added some grass in the bottom. Maybe this is like some huge flower pot thing, and then it's got some different plants right there. And then if you do want to make this sort of big chandelier type area, just remove, I think it's 5 blocks by, is it 5? 5 by 5, yeah. It's a 5 by 5 hole, and then there's all these blocks on the corner, and then the pillars of the fences, and then the fence wraps all the way around to this, which is the other big flower pot, and it's pretty much the same thing as that one, just different plants. And then we have our 2 windows right there, and then I added these flags in. And if you want the flags, you gotta use this texture pack. There probably is some others that allow for flags, but I'm not sure if I've seen any myself yet. But anyways, then we moved here. I put this picture in since that wall was looking pretty plain. And then left of that, I had to put in this bookshelf because, as you can see, it's a spiral staircase going all the way up. So I figured I'd rather not have this gap right there. So instead I put this bookshelf. And then to the left of the bookshelf, I just put this little small table, which is just an upside down, I think it's dark spruce wood chair, or not chair, stair. And then above that I put another plant just to add to the greenery, and then for right here, just a spiral staircase. And if you want to do that, I just did a stair facing up right there, and then the rest is half slab oak wood blocks going all the way up and around, and the end right here. And I made this pillar continue all the way up to the roof. This actually isn't the roof, there's actually some space up above that, but it's pretty much useless space since it is only about 1 block wide in most areas up there. If you want, you could put a floor in, although it wouldn't look as good since it would just be flat. And I guess you could have some sort of storage area up here with some chests and whatnot. And then 1 block left of these fences that I did for the railing is just a table with the dark spruce wood, not stairs. Oh yeah, they are stairs. I was about to say chairs again, but yeah, it's 3 of those. The 2 outside ones are facing inwards towards the middle one to kind of give it that. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like a little slight indent right there. And it kind of makes the table look like it has an overhang. And then above that is this red flag. And I wanted to add as much red color up here as possible just to make it look a bit more regal and luxurious. So I had the red flowers. Then in here you can see more red flowers and the red bed, which is kind of cool. And for this little entrance I just did 2 bookshelves up, and it's back 1 from the first block of this wall. And then 2 bookshelves up on either side, then a door in the middle, and then stairs right here on either side, and then 2 half slabs on the top section of that stair, and then that just goes up, and the door in the middle leads into this area. And this is just a full block in the back on both sides, then an upside down stair in front of that, and then right here just a flower pot with some red flowers in it, and a candle on this side. The bed went in the middle, and then for this I just added some wooden fences, and then this little arch right above that with some more dark spruce wood. And then right here was the final touch of the build, and this is just a little design I had for sort of a dresser that would hold clothing and maybe your shoes or whatever you want in there. And this is just made out of stairs facing towards each other all the way up until you get to the top, and then they're flipped. Oops. And then the doors close on that. It's a bit better than just having full blocks behind that with no actual space to put stuff. This is a bit more realistic, and plus you get the cool looking doors that make it look like it's a big luxurious cupboard or dresser. But yeah, that's it guys. I hope you did enjoy this. Oh gosh, I'm stuck. There we go, we finally made it out. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure and hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, once again guys, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.